Hello, welcome to Curious Cinnamon. For the snack, you'll need to grind some whole spices first. Half teaspoon of cumin seeds, half teaspoon of fennel seeds, half teaspoon of whole black pepper, a half a piece of star anise, 3 green cardamoms or small cardamoms, 3 black cardamoms, a small piece of nutmeg. Transfer all these to a small grinder jar and grind until they form a fine powder. Set the spice mixture aside for later. If you find some large fibers in them, just pick them up and toss them away. I'm using 500 grams of mutton or lamb mince here, so all my quantities are pertaining to that amount. In a large food processor or grinder, toss in 1/4 cup of fresh coriander or cilantro, 3 green chillies snapped in half, and grind them to small pieces. Toss in the lamb mince, mix them roughly with a spoon, and then grind them well to form a homogeneous mix. Transfer the mince to a mixing bowl. Add in 1 teaspoon of salt or according to taste, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, half tablespoon of Kashmiri Chilli Powder, half tablespoon of cashew powder, half tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of raw papaya with the skin, or add a meat tenderizer, or 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Add in the spices we had set aside earlier. In a small grinder jar, tear in a slice of bread and add 1/4 to half cup of fried onions and grind it to form a powder. Add this to the rest of the mix. The bread acts as a binding agent, or you may also add in an egg at this point to act as a binding agent. Give this a good mix with your hand till everything is greatly combined. Add in half a tablespoon of lime or lemon juice and mix well. Light up a small piece of charcoal, add some oil to it, and place it in the center of the mix and cover with an aluminum foil to enhance the flavor. Keep it covered for not more than a minute. Remove the charcoal, grease your hand with some oil, and start rolling the kebab mix to medium-sized balls. Keep in mind that the kebab will shrink slightly on frying or grilling. After rolling them tightly into a ball, lightly flatten them and continue doing the same with the rest of the mix. Add some oil to a frying pan. I am doing the kebabs in batches. You may do all at once. Gently place the kebab when the oil is hot and fry the kebab on one side, flipping over after a minute. Continue frying on medium-low, flipping occasionally until the kebabs are almost done. You'll notice that the kebabs are beautifully grilled on the outside. Set them aside to cool slightly while we make the wraps. For the wrap, you will need 1/4 cup of water. Add half teaspoon of salt to it and give it a stir. Add 1 cup of all-purpose flour and continue kneading with your hands until the dough comes together and forms a smooth surface. Cover this to prevent it from drying out until you use it. Dust the rolling board with some flour, take half of the dough and roll it into a thin sheet. Dust the dough with some flour occasionally to prevent it from sticking to the board. Cut the sheets into thin 1-inch strips and then cut them in half. Take the fried kebab and wrap the strip around the kebab. Repeat the same with the rest of the kebabs. Take some oil in a frying pan and fry the kebab twist, flipping occasionally until the wrap is crispy and golden. This takes only a few minutes. It is because of this extra cooking time we removed the kebabs earlier, a few minutes before they were done. Look at the beautiful contrasting colors, the crispy exterior and juicy flavorful interior. You will love this. I am making a simple coriander chutney as a dip. You will need 1/4 cup of coriander leaves or cilantro, 4 tablespoons of yogurt or curd, half teaspoon of salt, grind it to form a fine paste, and a beautiful dip is ready.